There is an actor. I recall the story being told anyway of an actor who was asked, "What is your favorite role?" This actor said, "My favorite role is the next one." And that's kind of how I feel about my favorite book. Just one book, a favorite, I literally can't do it. I thought of Mary Oliver's Thirst, which is a poetry collection that really has impacted my life. And then I thought about this book. It's a biography of Ina Coolbrith. Now, who is Ina Coolbrith? She was the first poet laureate of the state of California. Her life impacted so many other people, like Jack London and Isadora Duncan. Yet you don't hear about Ina Coolbrith. She was busily taking care of her family and taking care of other children people they left behind, like Joaquin Miller, another California poet who was better known than her, who left his daughter with Ina to raise. Alida George is the biographer. I've had the joy of meeting her before about a year ago in Pasadena, where I also met Dana Gioia, the current poet laureate of the state of California. His book, 99 Poems, is probably my best new book of this year. But literally, my favorite book is the next one I read. Just like my favorite river right now is this one, the Kern River. I've made videos beside this river before, and it looks different every time. This year, because of the rains, it's flowing through town, although its flow is much less than it was in the past. That's kind of how it is with reading and books. They change. They're like living, breathing creatures. Mary Oliver's Thirst is a poetry collection that I love and that I suggest for many. In fact, that is the book that convinced me to talk to people about reading a poem a day. And that if you are a poet, you need to read poetry. You need to read poetry, even just a poem a day. One poem a day will change your writing life, even if you're not a poet, because poets have to learn to write with careful word choices more than any other form of writer. So if you don't collect poetry books already, I suggest you go to your nearest used bookstore, where you can invest $1 or $2 and get some phenomenal poetry collections. Or even go to Amazon. Start with someone like Mary Oliver, who's a current poet, a living poet, telling stories of today. She specializes in poems about nature, for example, in the Northeast in New England. What I love about Thirst is it's about grief and loss and faith and, yes, nature. Ina Coolbrith. If I can get this back off my lap, there we go. Ina Coolbrith. This is her biography. Incredibly written by Alida George. Find poets, find people you love, and read books about them. They'll change your life. And a poem a day, reading a poem a day, will change your life if you're a writer. I'm Julie Jordan Scott, Creative Life Coach. I'm thrilled to be here. So happy to meet each and every one of you. If you'll take a moment to subscribe, that would be awesome. I have all kinds of videos on here between writing prompts, creativity prompts, and just stories of me living my life. You might actually enjoy it. In fact, I think you will. Thanks for watching.